Alright, Shalom. Shalom. Okay. Right. First and foremost, let us give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Bakakadash, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shai. Alright. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, peace and salutation to you, Akim, of the expression of truth, in love and sincerity and in charity. Okay. To the few sisters that be watching and learning, alright, stay strong. Okay, Shalom. Alright, this is the brother Yashawan from the GMS Bahamas camp. Okay, back again with another lesson. Okay, you are seeing the title. When I am weak, then I am strong. Okay, when I am weak, then I am strong. Alright, now there's a whole lot of meaning to that. Okay, so we go through many trials and tribulations. Okay, some may be greater than others. Okay, but it's the same trials it's the same trial of our faith. Okay, because it is basically one spirit that is trying us. Okay, us who hope to be a part of the elect, who in this thing. Okay, all right. So we do go through these things for chastisement and also for to be tested, or the testing of our faith in the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so all of these things will ultimately lead to the hour of temptation. All right, so by us abounding in this faith, all right, when the time comes, we go through the testing of our faith and overcome them by the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, whom the world ignorantly called gods and called Jesus Christ. Okay, Yahweh means he is the deliverer. He is self-exist. Alright, Bahasham means coming in the name of, and Yahweh Shai means he is the savior or deliverer. Okay, so we will, when the time comes for us to be tested, or the test of our faith, okay, we will overcome them by the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, even as Yahweh Shai did. Okay, then when the hour of temptation comes, we should be already basically built up, all right, and could withstand the times that are coming. Okay, because if we go through this situation and that situation, we go through this hardship and that hardship, all right, and we overcome them. Okay, see, the thing is with the Most High, right? He will try you and try you and try you. Okay, even as he say, as gold is tried in the fire, okay, unacceptable men of adversity. Okay, then, all right, we go through these trials and tribulation over and over. That would make us strong. Okay, that would strengthen us. Then on top of that, we have the brotherhood that is strengthen each other itself. Okay, so when we are weak, okay, is when we are being chastised. All right, it's when we are being tried. It's when we are being tested, going through all kind of hell. All right, that is gonna make us strong at the end of the day. Okay, it's the only need for us to continue until the end. Okay, so that we will be saved, like Yahweh Shai say, he that endured until the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? Shalom Akwat Yahweh Yahushai Barakatah. Alright? So yeah, man. So when we reach to the hour of temptation, okay, we would know how to deal with it. Okay? On however it may come. Alright, because the more you get cut skin, just think about it. Think about it physically. Okay? If you was a boy who been getting cut skin from youth, when you grow up, okay, when time for you to get basically chastised, you could be strong. You'll be able to take that. You see? It wouldn't phase you. Alright? Shalom Basham Yahushua Barakatah. Okay? So the more cut skin you get, the stronger you become. And it's the same thing inside this faith. It's the same thing inside this truth. Okay? Because when we go through something and we overcome it, okay, guess what? Another cut skin is coming. As we say, if you ain't being through nothing and you in this truth, you need to check yourself. What you doing? Alright? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 7. You can take that verse 7. Okay? Unless I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of the revelations, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, the messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. Okay? Now exalted means to rise. Abundance, okay, means beyond measure. Okay? And exceeding. Okay? Exceeding, as I say, right? Select. Abundance means above measure and exceeding. Okay, and exceeding basically means plenty. Alright? Or more. Okay? Alright? So, and this word thorn, when you think of a thorn, okay, it's like a palisade, like, okay. Y'all know what thorns look like you know, on those sour trees, those lime trees. You have a little thorn but sticking out, what could stick you, and other different trees, like the cactus, I think it is. Okay, but then y'all get the point. Okay, a thorn is something sticky, have a good length, and have a sticky point. Okay, as Paul is saying here, right? There was given to me a thorn in the flesh. So think about a thorn in your flesh. That basically represent pain and being afflicted. You see? So because of a thorn inside your flesh, you can always feel that. Okay, that also is a representation of you being afflicted. Okay? So we in this truth, if you ain't being afflicted, then you need to check yourself. Okay? Because each Akim inside this truth, who serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in spirit and in truth, okay, to the best of their ability, is gonna be afflicted. It's gonna go through some shit. Okay? As he say, the messenger of Satan to buffet me. And buffet means basically to beat up. Okay? Treat with violence or contumely. Okay, and contumely is basically getting scoffed at, getting talked about. Okay? People slandering you. Alright? Okay? And the word less, because Paul used the word less, and less I should, okay, and then he used it again, lest I should be exalted above measure. And less also means God forbid. Okay? So in a sense, Paul is saying, God forbid I should rise above measure through beyond measure of manifestations. Okay, because when you read 12 and 1 to 6, that's what the first part of 1 Corinthians 12, 1 to 6 is basically speaking about him being caught up in the third heaven. Okay, and the first part of verse 7, where you say, uh, through the above, through the abundance of revelation. Okay, that's what he's talking about. All right, there was given me a thorn in the flesh. Okay, so Paul is saying these were given to there was given to him pain and to be afflicted in this flesh from Satan in the flesh in this body. Okay, to treat with violence and contumely. God forbid I should rise above measure. Okay, so it is necessary we go through these afflictions in the body, the flesh, okay, because we know that we will rise above it. Okay, so it's necessary for us to be afflicted and go through something, so that at the end of the day we will rise above it. But that will make us strong. Okay, Shalom Barakatah. Okay, that would make us strong. Okay, and keep in mind now, Yahweh Shai had already overcome these things. Okay, so there's no reason why we can't overcome them. Yahweh Shai said he didn't endure it until the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, so we have to be buffeted and go through all these things. Okay, we have to have this thorn, and then most I have to send this devil, okay, to basically be a thorn in our flesh, okay, to afflict us. And guess what? This is a part of the curse as well. Okay, so let's go back here to the 2 Corinthians 12 and verse 8. For this thing I besought Yahweh twice, which is me 3 times, that it might depart from me. Okay, and yes, we don't want to be buffeted. We don't want to be beat up. Okay, or be cussed at. Okay, and call this name or that name. We don't want to be. We don't want to be going through these things in the body, but it's necessary. Okay, we don't want to be abused, but at the end of the day, like I say, it is necessary. Okay, to go through these things because it would make us strong. You see? All right. So many men, many brothers went through some hard uh, uh, some hard trials. Okay. All right. But at the end of the day, it's the same one spirit that is trying us, that is testing us. Okay. It's gonna try us as gold is tried. You see. So when we reach that point in the Most High trying us, even for the younger Hakim, okay, we can't disconnect ourselves from the brotherhood, because when you really yourself from the brotherhood, you disconnect yourself from following Yahweh Shai. Okay, because when you're alone, okay, you ain't get no help. You ain't get nobody to comfort you. You ain't got nobody to give you wise counsel. Okay? You ain't got nobody to hold you up. Alright? Shalom Akyam, Yahweh Yahushai Barakatam. Alright? Go on, my brother. Okay? Brother, you want me to post 2 Corinthians 4 and 16 and 17, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. You see? So, yes, our outward appearance, these old bodies, these flesh, which is carnally anyhow. Okay, this is a light affliction with the Most High put on us, and this is only going to make us strong. This is going to make our spirit even stronger. You see, so we have to remain focused, okay, and be wise, especially in these times. We can't take things or this situation or that situation or this matter in our own hands. Okay, all right. Verse 9, 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest upon me. And this is what Paul is saying. Okay, so when you go into some of these words, right? When he say, for my grace is sufficient, and grace, when you go into the etymology, G5485, charis, or okay, grace forever, thanks, pleasure, that which of affirm, joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness, charm, loveliness, goodwill, loving, kindness, favor, and benefit. Okay, and this is what the meaning of grace. Okay, and sufficient, which is G714, which is akio, which is sufficient, means be content, sufficient, be enough, suffice, to be possessed of unfailing strength, be strong to defend. So that all this is come underneath sufficient. Okay, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. And strength, which is G1411, means dominus, domnamis, okay, means power, mighty, work, strength, mighty, ability. And that's what strength means. Okay, perfect. All right, because he say, my grace is sufficient for thee, my strength is perfect in weakness. Okay, perfect, G5048, tell IO, or talio, make perfect, finish, fulfill, to make perfect, complete, accomplish. You see this? Weakness means infirmity. Okay, want of strength of the body. Okay, so when the scriptures say, all right, and he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Mashiach may rest in me. So when you say, mostly there I would rather glory, okay, in my infirmities, meaning he basically will glory in wanting more strength in the body. Okay, so when Yahweh Shai say, my grace, okay, is sufficient, he's saying like, yeah, my joy or my kindness or my benefit is sufficient, which is to be strong or unfailing strength, okay, for thee, for my strength, meaning my power or my ability, is made perfect or accomplished, okay, in want of strength. All right, this is what the word of the Lord saying. Okay, so most gladly, therefore, I will rather glory in my infirmities, and glory basically also goes back to boasting, okay, or boast, okay, and infirmities means want of strength in the flesh, Okay, all right. That the power, okay, that the power, which is strength of a Mashiach may rest upon me. Okay, that strength of a Mashiach may rest upon me. All right. Now we can shoot over to 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and 29 to 30, 31. It say, who is weak? This is Paul now. Who is weak? And I am not weak. This is the question. If any one of you weak, you think that I don't get weak? Okay. Many a lot of the younger Akim may look up to the older Akim and say, man, he's strong, or they strong. But you don't think we get weak in this thing? We get weak in the body, in the flesh. But we have to be strong in the spirit, okay, to maintain that balance. All right. Who is offended and I burn not? I don't get mad. Yes, of course we get mad. Okay. If I must needs glory or boast, I will glory or boast in the things which concern my infirmities, want of strength in the flesh. Okay. The God and Father of our Lord Amashiach Yahushai, which is blessed forevermore, knoweth that I lie not. Okay. So, yes, we get weak in these carnal bodies. Okay. And yes, we can go through some hell. Alright, but only to remain strong in this faith. Okay, because us going through this hell, that's what's gonna make us strong. Okay, in the flesh and in the spirit. Okay, let's shoot the we can go to 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12. All right, beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. You see that? So even us, any man who come into this truth, the Most High wake up, okay? When trying time come, we ain't supposed to think that that we ain't supposed to act surprised, okay? We're supposed to know that these things gonna happen, because the Lord and tell us, as gold is tried in the fire, so that He would try us. He would try us, okay? Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you. You see that? So we can go through things with our woman. We can go through things with our parents. We can go through things with the co-workers. Okay? With your acquaintances. And if you have business, you go through things with your clients, with your landlord, with the bank. Okay? Alright? You can go through all type of hell. Okay? Being holed up, being robbed. Okay? Even in a little fight. Okay? With your carnal brother or your carnal sister. Alright? All these things. Okay? Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happen unto you. Okay? You don't think that that's strange. Because you come into this truth now. Okay? Because once you come into the truth, you'll be told about these things anyhow. Okay? So it shouldn't be strange to you. It shouldn't surprise you. Alright? But rejoice inasmuch as ye partakers of a Mashiach sufferings, because Yahushua went through it. So why can't you go through it? Just like the Christians, they don't want to suffer. Everything is they blessed and highly favored. Okay? That's all with them. They blessed and highly favored. And don't go through nothing. Or when hardness come to them, they would say, "Oh, that's the devil." But I thought, and then they come right back with one mouth, say, "The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof," holding the precepts. Okay, all right. Say, but rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Mashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Okay, and that glory, all right, that glory, when Yahweh Shai coming back in all glory, according to Matthew 24, verse 30, 31, he coming back in all glory, so we can be glad when we see this. We can see this. And I also tell you in the Apocrypha as well, okay, I think in second Esdras, if I'm not mistaken, okay, as you say, they'll be staring at the strangeness of his salvation, okay, all right, whatever you could post that precept, because my Apocrypha got basically robbed from me, okay, all right, uh, verse 14, if ye be reproached for the name of a Mashiach, happy are ye. If ye be buffet, okay, if you be called this name or that name, be scoffing, okay, for Mashiach's sake, happy are ye. For the spirit of glory and of the Most High rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. Okay? Because when we go on the highways and byways, we prophesying, we doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We ain't doing the will of man. But man can't save us. Okay? Neither are we working after the fate of man, but the fate of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, according to the 1 Corinthians 2 and 5. Okay? Verse 15. 1 Peter 4 and 15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer. You see that? We ain't gonna go around killing nobody. As a thief, we ain't gonna go around thieving people things or stealing people things. Or as an evil doer. Or as a busybody in other man's business. We ain't gonna go around doing that. Because why? We all about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's business. Okay? Alright? Say, yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him be not ashamed, but let him glorify the Most High on this behalf. Now, Christian, that word Christian, okay? That word Christian, okay? When you go into that, you will see that we didn't call ourselves Christians. Okay, they called us Christians. Really, the word is Mashiach. Okay, so they called us Mashiach or followers of Mashiach, not Christians. Okay, Shalom Akim Agwatyam on the comment board. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatam. All right. To Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Right. That's what it is. I see second address. Salakia. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and have no account of his labors. Okay? Salakia, alright. Okay, I think it's the next voice as well. Alright. Yeah. So they didn't call us, we didn't call ourselves Christians. They call us Christians. Okay? So yeah, man, I can tell you a little story, right? That what happened to me a few days, okay? Or 3 days ago or so. Alright, I get held up and robbed. Okay, they took these Jake, okay, took my car with everything in it, even with swords, all right? They took everything from me, hold me up, basically at gunpoint, all right? And robbed me. But the thing is with that, I held my integrity and continued to praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, okay? Even as Job did, all right? So when you really look at it, the men of the Lord, we can go through some hell, okay? We can go through some hell, okay? And it's only going to make us stronger, just like Job. Everything, when you look at it, everything around us, okay, the Most High would basically afflict us with. Even our bodies, our infirmities will be against us, basically against the spirit, because the flesh and the spirit are always at war. Okay, all right. John brought up Wisdom of Solomon verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the straightness of his salvation. Okay, for far beyond all that they look for. Okay, that's speaking about Yahweh Shai when he come back, the great glory, with all the hosts of the angels. Okay, all right. So when the Most High put us in these situations, okay, is to basically test us and to see what we're gonna do. Okay, so when those guys came, okay, hit me from the back, all right, and they came down, you know, they basically bum rushed me, okay, and begged for not begged, but asked for my keys for my car, you know, and looked like they wanted to pull out some gun or knife or something, you know. The only thing was in my head was that, hey, uh, wonder if I should push them off and run to my car and then jump in the car. Then the next thing would go on my head was don't be stupid, you know. With these guys, them have gun and make me shoot me in the back. You see. So the scripture tell you agree with thy enemies quickly, you know, so you live to see another day. Okay. All right. So all these things, what the Most High is doing, okay, he's gonna try you. Okay, he's gonna cause all type of hell, basically go around you. Okay, but your life, he's gonna preserve it. If you are who hope to be a part of an elect, he's gonna preserve our lives. Okay, and cause us to endure these afflictions, these trials and tribulations, even until the end. Okay, this is Job chapter 2. Okay, and take it at verse 3. And Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him, to destroy him without cause. Okay, so now Job is the perfect man. Now we ain't saying we perfect, but we striving for perfection. Okay, and through it all right, we have to maintain our integrity and hold fast to this word. Okay, because when the heat is turned up, okay, we have no other thing to turn to but this word. Okay, but if you be a brother who want to be self-isolated when things start happening, when you start getting through this problem with your woman or your job or whatever type problem you have, okay, then guess what? You'll be bound for death. Okay, you'll be bound for death. All right, because while you are weak, you ain't gonna be no strength inside you. Okay, all right. It says verse 4. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man have, he will give his life. He will give for his life. But put forth thine hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. This is what Satan was telling the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to do. Okay? Since you say he are faithful to you, then do this and see what happens. Okay? But let's see what the Most High say. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So everything around you, okay, the Most High is going to cause this devil to afflict you with. And all this will lead to the flesh, okay, to the carnal man. So the man that what is inside, the spiritual man, he will have to be strong for you, for your spirit that is within you, so that your flesh will also be basically strong as well. You see? So when you are at your lowest point or your weakest point, okay, by being afflicted, then you are made strong by having the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? To the Akim, to the brotherhood. Okay? That is gonna build you up. Because if you is a brother and you going through this trial and that trial, this tribulation, that tribulation, this hardship, okay, you're a faithful brother, okay, you can reach out to the brothers, okay, and the brothers would have built you up to the power and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And that will be basically the balance, because like one like me would get robbed, okay, I would be thinking about the robbery, you see, trying to weaken me, okay, but it'll basically have some type of strain on you within your flesh, okay, but the spirit will be made strong, and that will keep you balanced. You understand? Okay. So going through all this suffering and trials and tribulation is necessary. Okay, is necessary, and that it will build you up. Okay, for the next trial. Okay, and for the next tribulation, and it will build you up continually, keep you strong until the hour of temptation. Okay, the brother Desire One posted 2 Corinthians 11 and 25 twice, which is three times. Okay, was I beaten with rods? Once I was stoned. 3 times I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day. Okay, I have been in the deep. So you see all this stuff with Paul been through? Paul been through hell. Okay, and us who hope to be a part of the elect, and this time we going through hell as well. You see? Desire One, Jeremiah, Psalms 34, 17 and 19, the righteous cry, and the Lord heareth, and delivered them out of their troubles. And think about it that night too, right? After he got robbed, okay, and then had nobody to help. The love of many waxed cold that night. So the only thing I could do was say, Lord, save me. You know? And then help came. Because I did looking for somebody that lend me their phone. Okay, the call the police. And when I say, Lord, save me, the Lord answered me. The Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the affliction of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him out of them all. You see that? Many are the afflictions, so we have to go through these things. Okay? As I want 2 Corinthians 11 and 26. In journeys, often in perils of water, in perils of robbers, in perils of my own countrymen, just like I say, with Jake them robbing you left, right, and center. And right now, in these times right now, that's all that's going on right now, over here in the Bahamas. Okay? You can't come home now in peace. You're getting robbed of your vehicles, of your phones, of money, or whatever, jewelry, or whatever. That's what's going on right now. Okay, the police them they just put out basically a APP saying like be careful of when you come home. Okay, in perils by the heathens, in perils in the city, in perils in the wilderness. So you have to be basically circumspect of what's going on. Okay? Because this flesh is going to attract all kind of atrocities. In perils in the sea, in perils among false brethren. Okay? Alright? Like I said earlier with the brother you posted, Uramia. Okay? Ecclesiastes 4, 9 to 10. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe unto him that is alone when he falleth, for he had none other to help him up. And that's speaking about that brother who going through some shit and want to disconnect from the brotherhood. So therefore, he will be counted as weak. Okay, he won't have nobody to help him up when he fall. He won't have nobody there to help him, to give him wise counsel and sound advice. Therefore, he will lean on his own understanding and then furthermore be jacked up. Okay? So back to Job 2 and 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. Okay? So all this stuff we going through, we go through some hell. Okay? But it's going to be on a carnal sense. But our life will be saved. The spirit. Okay? Verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore burns from the sole of his foot unto his crown. Okay? That's the outward appearance. Alright? That ain't the inward appearance. That's the outward appearance. That's not the spiritual man. Okay? So, in essence, in these times, okay, we will be afflicted with our outward appearance, with these carnal bodies and everything else around us. But our spirit will not be afflicted because why? It is strong in the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Alright, the brother posted 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also that in the last days parables time shall come, and we in the last days. Okay, many people, they don't believe that, like these fire detestable, abominable Christians. Okay, they don't believe that we in the last days. They say it with their mouth, but their hearts, they don't believe it. Okay, so let's get Isaiah chapter 40. Okay, Isaiah chapter 43. Okay, verse 1 and 2. Check this. But now thus said Yahweh that created thee, O Jacob, which consists of you Native American Indians, Latinos, and you Negroes, and the Israelites that scattered through the four winds that looked at these other nations. Okay. O Jacob, and he that formed thee, O Israel, which is the same people, fear not, for I have redeemed thee by thee. I have called thee by thy name. Thou art mine. Ain't no other nation equated with that. Verse 2. When thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. Okay? None of these gonna touch our lives. Okay? They ain't gonna touch the spirit, our spirit that is in us. Yes, we may be afflicted on the body, on the outside, but the inside we are made strong. Okay? We may look at and they may look at us a lot and say, man, he ain't going through nothing. You know? He look like he living a good life. You know? I don't hear they making noise and this and that. Alright? But really and truly we going through hell. Okay, and the people them out there ain't supposed to know. Okay, so so it appear that we all right and ain't going through nothing, and that's how the Most High have it set up. Okay, all right, and it's necessary, like I said, to go through these trials, to go through hardship, to be buffeted. Okay, so that we be strong to face the hour of temptation. Okay, uh, Isaiah 40, chapter 40, verse 29 and verse 30. Check this. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. You see that? So when we are made weak, then we are made strong. Okay? We will be weak in these flesh because everything around us is going to be catching hell. Okay, maybe our families, our loved ones. Okay? Alright? When I say our families, mean your wife and your children. Okay? You getting sick with this sickness or that sickness. Okay? You may have pain here, and you may have high blood pressure, or you may have sugar, or you may have some migraine headache every now and then. All these things. Okay? Alright? Then we are made strong. Because all these things, okay, would cause you to be built up in the power and spirit. Because why? When you go through these things, you will be praying to the Lord. Okay, you'll be talking about it to your brothers. Alright? And the few sisters that is faithful and be watching and learning, they can talk about it as well. Okay? They'll pray to the Most High as well. Alright? Verse 30. Even a youth shall faint and be weary, and a young man shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Okay? When we are weak, we will be made strong. Okay? Alright? So let's go back here to 2 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 10. Okay? And this is basically the main point of this lesson. Okay? John Act 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Okay? What is tribulations? What is trials? What is tests? What is hardship? What is suffering? Okay? All these things the men of the Lord are going through, and all these things are written aforetime for our learning. The scriptures say in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy heart and soul for temptation. Okay? Alright? And it also talks about look at the generation of old. Did ever any serve the Lord? Or did ever any basically give up on the Lord? Okay? And was confounded? Alright? So we have accounts where the men of the Lord been through hardship, been through trials, been through sufferings. Look at Jeremiah when they let him down in the pit. More like a cesspit, like. Okay? Had him inside there for days. Okay? In a stink place. Tied up. He didn't eat. But guess what he did? He fasted though. And he prayed to the Most High. So when we go through all this hardship and this suffering, and it seems like nothing ain't going our way, okay, then you pray. and pray constantly to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? And that's what you do. Alright? Look at Job and all what he went through. But in the end, okay, he was rewarded double. Look at the disciples. All of them. Pure hardship. You can't come into this thing and expect not to get chastised. Because the Most High said he love it. He chastised whom he love it. Okay? And we can get that. We can get that right now. We can hold off on verse 10 and come back to that. Okay, let's get that. Hebrews chapter 12. Okay. I can take it at verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. So, like I said a little earlier, right? The more cut skin you get, the stronger you'll become. Huh? You can't expect not to get cut skin in this thing. You can't expect for the Most High not to whip you. You can't expect for the Most High not to try you. You see? It's all necessary to build your faith, to keep you strong. Because when you end up alone, the Most High may put you in a place all by yourself, whereas you can't reach Akim. And what you can do then if you always depend on the brothers? Okay? What you gonna do? What you gonna do when the Most High throw you out in the deep water when you know you can't swim? Okay? What you gonna do? Alright? When he sent robbers to you, how you gonna handle that situation? How you gonna act there or react there? How you gonna deal with it when it comes to you? How you gonna deal with you seeing people walking around your house? Okay? Or how you can deal with and you're being robbed or about to get robbed. And you can handle that carnally or you can handle that spiritually. Okay? This is Hebrews 12 and 6 again. For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Didn't Yahushua get scourged? Didn't he get whipped with many stripes? Surely the Lord loved his son, even as he loved us. If ye endure chastening, check this, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not? So if you come in this thing and you ain't getting flicking cut skin, you need to check yourself. You know? That's all. Check yourself. Okay? Examine yourself. If you ain't getting through nothing. Alright? You ain't getting through nothing, that means you weak. You ain't strong. Because when the time come for the Most High to put those pressure on you, you'll crack, you'll fall. You can't stand. You understand? So if you don't get through that, you need to amp your prayers up. You need to amp up. You going inside these scriptures. You need to amp up your faith. Okay? You need to amp up doing the work. Okay? The brother posts GMS Desire 1, 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power of the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. Okay? So if we go through this situation with dealing with the robbery or people come to fight you, okay? Now of course when people come to fight you can defend yourself. Okay? But somebody coming with a gun, or a knife trying to rob you, and if you ain't no black belt, okay, how you can defend yourself? You can out carnal towards them and get killed? Okay? Don't be foolish. Okay? For it's 8. Hebrews 12 and 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. You hear the Most High say, if we don't chastise you, then you are a bastard. You ain't his son. You belong to somebody else. Okay? That's all it is. Like if a woman, an Israelite woman, have a child for an heathen nation, that child ain't no Israelite. He's a bastard. Okay? Verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us with tear up our skin. Okay? Because why? We didn't listen to them. So what they do? They tear up our skin, right? Okay? And we gave them reverence. We listen to them. We submit. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? You see? So while earthly fathers could tear up our skin, chastise us, and we obey them, why we can't obey Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Okay? The Lord said, agree with thy adversary quickly. But no, you want to go and fight your adversary and get yourself killed. But if your earthly father say, look, you don't do that, you obey him. Okay? Verse 10. For verily, for a few days chastising us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Now, no chastening is for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So suffering and trials and tribulation, all these are necessary. Okay? Because we will yield the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Okay? That's all it is. Alright? Because yes, we go through these trials and tribulations. Yes, we go through suffering. Yes, we go through this hardship. Yes, we get called this name and that name and we be buffeted. Okay? But at the end of the day, the Most High sits prayers and have mercy upon us because we still young. Okay? Allow us to live to see another day. Okay? The chastising and getting tear up, that ain't joyous. As I say. Okay? It ain't joyous. It don't feel good. Hey, but at the end of the day, okay, it is necessary because it will make us strong. Okay? It will continue to build us up. Because guess what? When we go through this trial and that tribulation, okay, we'll have that experience. And we will be able to tell somebody who didn't have that experience. You see, they help build them up. Okay, to prevent them, or they will know how to deal with this situation when the time comes for them to go through. You see? But the Christians, they say they're blessed and highly favored. They don't go through nothing. You see? This is your year. This is your season. You know? The Lord said he can do something great for you. You know? I mean, look, Crown Royal came when? Ending part in 2019, 2020, 2021, right? Look how much of them Pastor Pork Chop say, this is your year. I'm sure many of them flecking underneath 6 feet right now. Because why? They put their trust and hope in man. And lean on their own understanding rather than leaning on the one who breathed life in them. Okay? So let's go back to 2 Corinthians chapter 12, and we can close over this last verse, verse 10. This is the whole point of this lesson. Okay? Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecution, in distress for Mashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. Okay? So, for the sake of Mashiach's sake, I am content with these things that is happening. Okay? In want of strength in my body, insults, hardship, persecution, and calamities, buffet, robbery, and any such thing, other things that contributed, okay, to what's going on when we go through these tests, these trials and tribulations. So the weaknesses is when we go through all of this in our body and what's around us, okay, and the strength is when we overcome them through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay? So we will create that balance because we know that Most High, He's a balanced power and He hates a false balance. Okay? So we have to be strengthened in this time. We have to endure. Okay? Because the hour of temptation is coming up. Alright? So all these things we'll be going through now, okay, it's going to turn up. It's going to turn up. Okay? It's going to turn up, and it's turning up greatly. So, because a lot of things ain't come to pass yet. Okay? Yeah, we're seeing about the insurrection in these different countries. We're seeing about the plagues around the world. We're seeing about, I'm hearing about the earthquakes. Okay? The wars and rumors of wars. Okay? Sedition among men. We're seeing and hearing all these things. It just ain't come yet to our doorstep. And we in the Bahamas. Okay? But when it do, okay, what you gonna do? The looting, okay? When a man can't go this way and he can't go that way, okay? When a man looking for food and he can't get it, and your neighbor have it, okay? All these things, it's coming, all right? So we have to be strong, okay? And not weak, okay? We have to also put our trust and our hope in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay? For He will deliver us in those days. Alright, okay? So yeah, man. Alright? So with that, okay, I hope you was edified with this lesson. Okay? I hope you receive it through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai and be built up in it. Okay, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. May the lesson serve its purpose. Okay? And reach who we need to reach. Alright? So with that, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makar, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, Akwadium, Obanyam. Okay? Shalom. Stay strong. Stay strengthened. Okay? Stay unmovable. Okay? Grounded in this word of truth. Shalom and Abba Babal. Okay? Means destruction to Babylon. Babylon is aka America. Shalom.